Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Let's get into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about how people have been coming for Melody Shari. We're also going to talk about a blogger that has come for Melody Shari recently, but beyond that, some fans that have been coming for Melody Shari recently. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post or go live. Everyone, please like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let's get into today's video. So you guys already know that Martell Holt was convicted recently for domestic violence, harassing communications in relation to a text message attaching a picture of the private video that was made between Melody Shari and Martell Holt. Now, what is the most appalling of everything for me is the fact that people are actually coming at Melody for this whole craziness. People are attacking Melody for defending herself, for standing up for herself and doing what needed to be done. It's just crazy that anyone in their right mind would actually defend Martell's actions to the extent, like, even if you don't like Melody, there is no reason for you to defend someone who tried to put out revenge plea against another person. That is crazy to me. So let's talk about some of the comments that were left under OMFG Reality TV's Instagram page. Shout out to them. Someone is saying, unpopular opinion, but Mel and Martell need to find a common ground and move on. They are dragging it at this point. She needs to heal and emotionally mature. He needs to stop retaliating every time she bruises his little ego. They have children. They need their parents to get it together. Now, I have a lot of problems with this comment, and I'll break it down in a second. One of my biggest issues is I feel that people like her, on the face of it, you may think, oh, she's advocating for peace, but when you really break down what it is she's saying, you understand that she's very male identified. Because how can you say that he needs to stop retaliating when he's the one that always throws the first punch? Like, where is the retaliation? Isn't it she needs to stop retaliating if we're going by her logic, right? As opposed to this lady here saying that Martell needs to stop retaliating. Let's be clear. What was Martell retaliating when he was saying to everyone that he has a sex tape of her with some other man when it was him? Like, where's the retaliation there? Think about the level of trust to even get to the point where you do a tape with somebody and then the tape gets taken away and then used as a tool of blackmail, and someone is saying that she needs to heal and emotionally mature. Are we talking about the same thing? And you're saying to her that she needs to find common ground. How can she find common ground with someone who she has tried on numerous occasions to be cool with? Remember when she had that thing where she invited him over and they went on a vacation together as a family to try to keep that going? He messed up at the vacation. He invited unwanted, unexpected guests. He kept trying to move to her and force her and try to get back with her, even though she said it's all about co-parenting. He refused to respect any of the boundaries that she had. And then you mean to tell me that they need to... What common ground? Where is the common ground? Like, I'm a believer of, like, peace and all, but, like, I feel like with certain people, there is no common ground. With someone like Martell, he always pushes it. Every time there's been some sort of white flag waved. Remember when the white flag was waved, all of a sudden he said he wanted full custody of the children and then applied to the court for full custody of the children. Is that what someone who is trying to have a common ground with another parent does? I do agree that having a good relationship between parents is very good for the children. I feel like children need that stability and just feel that emotional side, like feel that, okay, their parents are getting along and it's cool, even if they're not together, right? And it also helps for them to be on the same page. But there are some situations where it's out of control, right? this is one of the examples. I don't ever see a situation where someone has threatened me, has tried to lie on me, has tried to antagonize me, has tried to prevent people from associating with me, has been pulling strings in the background and ruining my friendships with people. And you mean to tell me that I'm going to find a common ground? Nah, there's no common ground with such a person, because it's not like he does all these things and then he stops. If he stops, then we'll be like, okay, now he stops, let's move on. But he doesn't stop. He keeps on going and continues to do these things. So it's like, what do you expect? What do you want this woman to do? And so, yes, I completely disagree with what that person has said. I'm going to read what someone else said. Oh, please, I really can't stand Mel. She has no story, same old BS. Another person said, Mel, the most bitter woman in Alabama. Girl, move the F around Martell and that mistress and find a new storyline. Damn, we tied 5 years. Girl, cut it out. Like, I understand being tired of the storyline. I think we all are. But at the end of the day, if they keep Martell on the show and Martell continues to do some crazy-ish like that, then this is unfortunately the storyline we're going to continue to get. Like, what do you want them to present to us? You want them to present to us something that didn't really happen? Or do you want them to present to us what is actually happening in their lives? Like, pick one. If you want them to start acting, just tell them, and maybe that could be arranged. Well, Martell already said he's an actor anyway, so we can't believe anything that's coming out of that one's mouth. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. Another person said, Mel, you mad, move on. Yes, I said it, and I mean it. Girl, move on. Move on? Are you serious? The side chick is still shading the ex-wife to this day. The side chick, based on what we heard, the recordings we heard, is constantly talking about the ex-wife, calling her names, disparaging her character. So you mean to tell me that she's meant to move on when this man has refused to put his side chick in order, in check, and the side chick continues to disrespect the wife? Like, what do you think is going to happen? The now ex-wife, but yeah, wife at the time. What do you think is going to happen? I feel like all of this could have been avoided if Martell just decided to put his side chick in her place. Just at the end of the day, you chose that woman who chose to be disrespectful to your wife constantly, as if cheating wasn't even disrespectful enough. Like, it's bad enough that you had the effrontery and audacity to cheat for years, get your side chick pregnant multiple times when you have a wife. Like, what kind of madness is that? Anyways, as if that's not bad enough, your side chick is still disparaging this woman years later. It's been how many years now? And you've never put an end to it. That is why there is not going to be any peace between Mel and Martell for a long time. And then you add the revenge peace situation to that, there's probably not going to be peace ever. Now let's talk about this blogger, child. I'm not about to tell you her name, but I'm sure you guys know who I am talking about. And if you don't know, just follow the story. So a particular blogger made a video discussing like several topics, and one of the topics sort of ended up being Melody Shari. So what was interesting is like she didn't put any information about Melody in the thumbnail or in the topic. It was like almost like disguised completely. No one knew it was going to be about Melody in any way. And then boom, she ended up talking about Melody somehow. So she initially spoke of a woman who ironically is also named Melody, right? So she said the woman was found guilty and sentenced to probation for poisoning her husband by putting bleach in his coffee. And she was like, oh, she heard this story and he reminded her of Melody Shari. And then she made a comment about Martell needed to watch his back. I'm just like, I actually think she's nuts at this point. You have to be. Because I just don't understand why you would say something like that. There's nothing that Melody has done that would show you that she is vindictive. However, if you look on the other end, you see Martell sitting pretty in there. Martell is the one who had this whole revenge peace scandal But all of a sudden, I don't know why these women feel it's okay to be blaming other women and like putting certain things and labels on them, when in reality you're just doing that because you're male identified. I don't know, for some reason you're always rooting for the man as opposed to what is the truth in the situation. So for me, I just don't understand it. Like, who in their right mind will ever support someone who tried to put out revenge P against his ex-wife? I don't think there's ever going to be a world where I would ever be cool with Martell, where I would ever be cool with anyone who is cool with that behavior. See, if that wasn't bad enough, comments were also made about Melody still wanting Martell. She's in love with him. She just needs to get over it. She needs to move on. I'm like, that's what you should be saying to Martell. Martell is the one constantly chasing this woman about. Martell is the one that is constantly pressed about this woman. She does not care. She is selling out. She has her cosmetic line coming out. Like, everything is Gucci on that side of the field. If anything, Martell is the one where things haven't been going well for him since the divorce, really. The wine he was doing, no one knows where the wine is at. The suit line, no one knows what happened with that. He still hasn't been able to pass his builder's license after doing it so many times. It's like he's the one that is not getting or achieving anything, but she seems to have a multi-million-dollar business, thriving, property preservation classes that are doing really well. She has so much going on for her, the J Bowling collection, and a few other bits that I'm not even mentioning here because I just can't remember off the top of my head right now, right? But she has a lot going on and she's doing this. You think she is worried about, oh yeah, don't let me forget, nobody's business is doing really good on the charts. So it's like she doesn't have time to be thinking about Martell. Come on, come off it. Anyways, that is all I have to talk to you guys about today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, smash that share button, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, tap that little button right next to it so you know every single time that I post or go live. If you'd like to join my membership, it's $1.99 per month. So please make sure you join if you want to. That is it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.